So today we're going to be reviewing and doing an all-day wear test on the brand new RMS Beauty Revitalize Hydra Concealer. Now this just recently launched and I couldn't wait to test it out on my 58-year-old skin. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, you know I love RMS Beauty, but sometimes some of her products can be hit or miss. And I'm praying that this new concealer that she recently launched with all these skin-loving ingredients is a hit for us today. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. I can't wait to test out this new concealer. We're gonna get into all the ingredients and details and see if it's worth $35. That's right. And I know, I'm not ashamed to admit, I've spent up to $57, $58 on the Creal Face Flex Concealer. You know, I absolutely love that concealer. I even love the $14.95 Skin Ink from L'Oreal. So when RMS Beauty released their newest concealer, I couldn't wait to test it out. So let's go ahead and pull the hair back. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a crazy week here in Tennessee, and I'm just ready to put on some makeup and fix this under eye area. So if you're new to my channel, I am 58 years old. I have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, sun damage, pores, texture, fine lines, and wrinkles. And what's cool about this new product from RMS Beauty, it has all these great, innovative skincare ingredients that we're going to definitely get into. But the first thing I want to do is I want to try her primer, and I got a little sample of it when I ordered when I ordered the concealer. It is the ReEvolve Radiance looking primer. So I know I love getting little samples in the mail, so I'm just gonna open this up. Just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, and okay. This is supposed to smooth and firm with the innovative product Titanol. And we're gonna get back to that ingredient, if I'm saying it correctly, Titanol, because it's also in the concealer as well. So I'm just gonna take what I've dished out. This is the primer. Doesn't really smell at all, and it feels like a really hydrating lotion. So we're just gonna place it, all over the complexion. I don't have any sort of makeup on today. I just have my brows and my regular skincare routine, and of course my SPF. Oh my gosh, I think I put too much, because this is definitely hydrating and very silky to the touch. But yeah, this feels pretty good. While that's settling into the complexion, I want to read up more on this new innovative concealer from RMS. Now, I am very familiar with a lot of her products. Rosemary Swift, she is a famous makeup artist who is of the mature age, which I absolutely love. I love in her campaigns that she includes diversity and women our age. Hello, I love her hair. Love that silver. Love that gray. She has innovative products with skin-loving ingredients. Let's go ahead and dive into what this entails. Now, it's called the Revitalize Hydra Concealer. It comes in 26 shades and it retails for $35. Now, I know that's super pricey, but this is more of a skincare product. So it's medium coverage with a satin skin-like finish, non-comedogenic, so it won't clog your pores, conceals, corrects, and brightens. And its skincare infused ingredients formula hydrates, firms, yes, and smooths. It's supposed to give up to 8 hours of hydration. Now, I love how she's not saying 48 hours of hydration. 8 hours seems totally feasible to me. I would love it maybe even up to 12 hours, but hey. So that ingredient Titanol that I was telling you about that's in the primer, it's a cutting edge ingredient and gentle retinol alternative derived from biotechnology research to help firm, tone, and smooth skin without the typical retinol side effects. Okay, and then the other ingredient is Revitalize, an innovative complex of caffeine, probiotics, green tea, and pomegranate that works synergistically. I can't believe I got that on the first try, to revitalize aging skin, promoting a bright, smooth, and youthful appearance. Now, when I ordered it, it came with a brush. So yeah, $35. I got a free brush, which, hey, I can always use that. So I feel like the primer is still somewhat tacky, but I want to go ahead and go in with foundation slash skin tint. Since we are in RMS Beauty country, I'm going to go ahead and use the Sun Cover Up Super Tint. This is a skin tint with an SPF of 50. You know I am a huge fan of this skin tint. So I'm going to go ahead and start in the center of the face. Very familiar with the skin tint. Love it. Oh yeah, very dewy, very hydrating. It gives nice light to medium coverage and full of skincare ingredients as well. And we're just applying really a quick base. Now, RMS Beauty does have a pot concealer that I purchased a couple of years ago, and this was it's one of those that comes in the pot and it's super waxy. I forgot what it's called. I'll put it right here, but I typically don't like a waxy concealer. I found this kind of drying on the complexion because I do have a drier under eye. But yeah, I did not really care for this, but you know, it's great for spot concealing. So I was super glad she came out with a liquid slash serum concealer. This is what the component looks like, which I absolutely love. You can see the shade right through here. Feels like a plastic bottle, but what's unique about this particular concealer is the actual doe foot slash brush. It is specifically designed with a very, very tiny brush. If I can open it up, it's literally a brush. Super tiny for precise coverage. That's what I love. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it on the back of my hand. This is the shade WN11. Feels very smooth and buttery on the skin. Let's just get it on. Typically where I like to place concealer is right through this area through here. I don't want to go all the way up to the lash line because that's where my most lines are predominant and that's where it's going to settle in. So what I like to do is take it a little bit lower and literally paint it through here. And what Rosemary said was you want to apply it to the canals of your face. I do have a little bit of hollowness right through here. So what I like to do is place the concealer in that area to brighten and kind of lift it up. And I love putting a tad of concealer right through there to lift this area. And then where I tend to get red, and then I like to just take a little bit right through here to brighten up that area, because remember, it's supposed to color correct, brighten, and conceal. And I do have a nice age spot right through there, and I'm going to tap a little bit, see if we can not cover it up, but at least conceal it. And I do have some discoloration through here as well. Concealer is on. I'm going to take the heat of my fingertips as usual and tap it in. This definitely feels slightly thicker than I anticipated, but we're just tapping it gently through there, making sure we don't go all the way up to the lashes because I don't want it to cake, but it's not supposed to, right? And then over here, tapping it in. Generally, I like a really thin consistency for concealers, but like I said, it is a slightly thicker formula than what I'm accustomed to. But if it provides a satin skin-like finish, then I am all for it. So just tapping it in. Careful not to go up too high. I think the shade is pretty good. I want to try this brush to see if I like it. This is the new Skin to Skin concealer brush. Definitely synthetic. Let me just see how it feels. Okay. Not bad. Super tiny though, that's what I like about it. But I feel like it's not doing much, so I'm just gonna go in with my trusty concealer brush. Thicker, it's denser. I feel like it just blends it out a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I definitely prefer this brush. And this is a BK Beauty 110. This is my holy grail of concealer brushes. We've got the skin tint on, we've got the concealer on. Let's go ahead and turn down the lights to 20% and see exactly how much coverage we're getting and see if it's gonna start settling into my fine lines. Definitely brightening, but this is what it looks like. I like it. Really does look good. Here's that little age spot that I have. I'm just gonna tap it in with my finger. Doesn't cover it up completely, just kind of fades it. Supposedly over time with continued use of this concealer, it's supposed to improve that under eye area as well, like plump it up. Fine lines are supposed to get softened. I mean, those are pretty hard claims, but if I love this concealer enough and use it pretty much every day, then maybe I will see those skincare benefits. But for now, we are testing it out strictly as a concealer if it's going to do the job. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up the look. Since this is such a dewy skin tint, I'm gonna go ahead and use some powder products, and I'm gonna use products that I'm familiar with. And for bronzer today, I'm gonna be going in with the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. This is one of my holy grails. It just sets the skin beautifully, and we're just gonna go ahead and bronze up the skin like that. Bronzed up, make sure it's well blended, sitting very nicely on the complexion. Now for blush, I'm gonna go in with the Redimension Hydra Powder Blush. You know I'm a huge fan of this blush, and this is in the shade Pomegranate Fizz. It's like a gel to powder blush, and we're just gonna apply it through there. Lays super smooth on the skin, and it's hydrating as well. Love how everything looks seamless and smooth, glowy, but not shiny. So pretty. Okay, now I'm just gonna do a quick one and done eyeshadow look, and of course I'm gonna go in with the RMS Beauty Eyelights. I know I'm not gonna do a whole face of RMS Beauty. I just grabbed this, it's super quick and easy. So I'm gonna take this in the shade Supernova, just a tiny dot, and just tap it all over the lid. Take a clean brush and just blend it out. Soften up those edges. Love these cream eyeshadows. Super easy to blend. They're so smooth on the lid. Doesn't show any texture. They dry down kind of quick, so you have to move a little fast. But in the end, it is all worth it. It is so beautiful. I love the shade Supernova. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit of Moon Dust. Kind of like a champagne shade right through there. Oof, beautiful. Just a tiny dot right in the middle of the lid, just to brighten up that eye. Like that. Oh, that's pretty. Take another clean brush and just soften that up. Like that. So what I'm gonna do next is go ahead and apply eyeliner and mascara and finish up the look. Eyes are done. I just went ahead and tight lined my upper waterline with the new Kohl eyeliner from e.l.f. in the shade Brownie Points, and I just did 2 coats of the Falsies Push-Up Angel Mascara from Maybelline. I love the unique comb wand applicator. You can really get into all of your lashes and comb through them for really nice wispy eyelashes. What I want to do next is set one side of my complexion with a loose setting powder. I generally like to do that on my channel because I want to see the concealer perform on its own, to see if it will crease, get cakey, whatnot. But then since it's super warm out today, I want to set it with a little bit of powder to see what sort of results we're going to get. And today's powder is going to be from L'Oreal, their new Infallible Blurfection powder. And this is in the shade Light Pink. I did a review of this a couple of weeks ago, maybe more like a month ago, but it really is a really nice blurring powder. And I'm just gonna turn it upside down like that, get some product into the lid. As you can see, it's got a nice bright pink shade to brighten up that area. And I'm gonna go in with a puff, get some right here, tap off the excess. I'm gonna do the left side of my face, and I'm gonna press that powder right on top of that concealer, right through there, and then brighten up that area and right where I have my most porous areas. And on a hot day like today, this is gonna be perfect. So this side is definitely gonna be set down, and this one is gonna go au naturel. I'm gonna go ahead and take a tiny brush and just brush off the excess powder, so it will prevent it from caking up, and whatever product we pressed in with the little poof is gonna stay there, and then brushing off the excess. For lips, I want to go ahead and line my lips with this Morphe lip liner, but I picked this up at Target a couple weeks ago when I was with Ava, and I wanted to see if it was as good as my Cream Glide lip liner from e.l.f. You know, that is my one true love. It's $2. Mauveicide is my favorite shade, and this is in the shade Lush Lychee. This is super pretty. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you. Really nice nude pink. So let's go ahead and line the lips. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna top it off with the e.l.f. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen from e.l.f. I pulled this out the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this. Remember, we pump it from the bottom. It's super hydrating, super creamy, like a nice, beautiful nude. I'm just gonna throw it on top of the lips. And here we are with the final look. Now, everything has come together. The complexion looks great. I'm glad we powdered the left side of my face because, wow, this other side of my face feels super dewy, super tacky. A little bit too much. It could be the humidity in the air. I think the last time I checked, it was only 64%. Still a little moist outside, but let's go ahead and turn the lights down to 20% to see exactly how this concealer is laying on this under eye area and see if it's actually creasing. Is it crease proof? Is it hydrating? Let's take a look. Now, I naturally have a drier under eye area, but this is definitely hydrating. Really feels creamy, provides nice coverage. I don't think it's full coverage. It's definitely medium coverage, but it's very pretty on the skin. And this is the area where I put it on that little age spot. Didn't really cover it up. But I mean, if we pile it on, I'm sure you could, but we're focusing on this under eye area. And so far it looks pretty good. I loved how this look turned out. This looks very promising, but a lot can happen in the next 8 hours. So let's go out in natural daylight and see exactly how this concealer is looking. So here we are in natural daylight. This is looking super pretty, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I prefer the side that I put a little bit of that loose powder from L'Oreal. I feel like my face is going to stay a little bit more intact throughout the course of the day because it is so hot, so muggy. It's supposed to get up into the 90s today. It's been rather cool all week and we've had a lot of rain. So far so good. It's only been an hour since we first applied it. Definitely a satin skin finish. Look how beautiful that is. It looks plumped, it looks hydrated, especially if you have those hollows under your eyes. I have it a little bit through here, but yeah, we're going to do some check-ins. I'm gonna run my errands and yeah, we'll see how this lasts throughout the day. Remember, 8 hours of hydration. The rest of the skin looks fantastic. But let's get up in there and see if it's gonna start settling into those fine lines. I like it so far, but I'll do another check-in with you in just a few. And we are back. It's been over 6 hours since we first applied the concealer from RMS Beauty. And I have to tell you, hot, muggy day, per usual here in Tennessee. Super glad that we did set the under eye area right through here. It still looks intact. It looks beautiful. It's not greasy or overly, shiny or anything like that. The side that we didn't powder looks beautiful. Like luminous, still that satin finish. And it's not creasing in my under eye area right through here. I mean, right now, since it's been over 6 hours, they look the same. So I guess powdering, you don't really need it unless you want to keep it smooth through here and have that blurred effect with the Blurfection powder from L'Oreal. So yeah, I mean, I'm shocked. I really am. I am really liking this concealer. I don't think I put too much on. I think I put the right amount, but I can see you can put a little, I could have put a little bit more, just a touch, to see if I could really cover up, dark circles, and that hollowness right through here really does look plumped up, and it definitely brightens, but not where I look like, a raccoon or anything like that. Raccoon? Panda? No, I don't know, but you know what I mean. It really does look hydrated, plump, juicy. That's what I like about it. But we will see if this Revitalize Hydra Concealer is all that. But yeah, I will see you in my next check-in. Red skies at night, sailor's delight. And we are back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied the RMS Beauty Revitalize Hydra Concealer, and I have some thoughts. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and turn down the lights and see exactly how this concealer fared on my under eye area. Very long day, very long, hot, muggy day. I just finished doing some chores, making the bed. We have fresh linens, and I'll be damned. Every time I put the fitted sheet on, which one, which corner, and it's hard to do it alone, but I did it alone. You know, Matt's at work right now, super late night for him. But yeah, making the bed, always been a nightmare for me. Let me know down in the comments if you always have trouble putting on the fitted sheet on your bed. So yeah, anyway, okay, so my thoughts about this new concealer from RMS Beauty. It really was not what I was expecting. I mean, the consistency was a lot thicker than I expected. I love the packaging. I love how you can see the shade through the bottle. I love the tiny little precise doe foot. It's literally like a brush where you just paint it on. Everything about this is so beautifully crafted. Love this. Love the tiny brush. And the consistency kind of threw me for a loop because it's a little bit thicker than I anticipated. When you first apply it, it feels really thin. But as you tap it in, it does have some chutzpah to it. You know what I mean? It really is a beautiful formula. I mean, I'm literally just gonna go ahead and tap some more on there. I don't know what it is. This is a beautiful formula. And remember, it has all those skin loving ingredients. So that's why I think in the long run, progressively, it might be a good concealer for a drier under eye, for those tiny little crow's feet, those little lines that we have. But like I said earlier, I'm gonna be using this quite a bit. I'm gonna go the distance with this particular concealer because I want to see if there's any true results with this product. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's so many rave reviews about this concealer, especially when I read the comments on the RMS Beauty website as well as on my Facebook feed. Women are loving this concealer, and I think I'm one of them. You know, once I find a concealer that I love, I just stick with it. Think about the Creal Face Flex concealer. I use that quite a bit. The IT Cosmetics concealer, the Do It All concealer. Love that one. Love that concealer as well. And you know, my newest drugstore favorite, so different from this, but still effective in covering up that under eye area. What makes me worry about this particular concealer, it's a newly patent formula, but it doesn't have a lot of skin loving ingredients like the RMS Beauty Hydra Concealer. If you have a dry under eye, I think you will absolutely love this. I didn't see any creasing, none whatsoever. I wear glasses throughout the day, and usually I have little divots on my nose where my glasses naturally rest, and concealer is the first thing to wear down right through here. It did not. And when we powdered the side with the Blurfection powder from L'Oreal, beautiful. Both sides look radiant. They look plump. Yeah, this is a great concealer. I actually love the formula. I'm definitely going to continue using this as kind of like a science experiment because it sounds, to me, with all those ingredients, it almost acts as like an under eye cream. Now, remember, it's supposed to color correct, conceal, and brighten, and it does just that. It didn't crease under my under eye area, and setting it with a loose setting powder does not detract from its luminosity and that satin finish, which I thought was fantastic. And even if you don't set it, it still looks gorgeous, even after over 8 hours. This is beautiful, you guys. If you get the opportunity, definitely check out the website, RMS Beauty. Remember, this retails for $35. It comes in 36 shades, and I'm in the shade WNO11, but I'll be sure to put all the products listed down in the links below. Now, if you do click on those links, it does help out my channel a little bit, but if you don't, that's super cool too. $35 does sound like a lot of money, but with all those skin-loving ingredients, I think it's a win-win, and it's a gorgeous formula that looks fantastic on mature eyes. So yeah, those are my thoughts. What do you think, guys? Let me know down in the comments if you're thinking about testing out this concealer, or if you already have. You'll be helping me out as well as our community. But yeah, so thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.